And we're live. And we're live for episode 20 of Slap Happy. That's right, we're here. We're doing it. We're in the building. We're in a place to be. Episode 20. That is twice the number of 10. 2 times 10. You know what I'm saying? 5 times. Fuck. Can't do the math. Anyway, it's a lot. It's when I started this journey, 20 was never something that I envisioned. Didn't have any grand visions. I just thought, let's start. Let's keep going. And let's see what's up. And here I am, 20 episodes later. How do we get here? You know what I'm saying? So, as you can see, we got some big shit popping. We got some big shit popping. We got some little shit stopping. You know what I'm saying? Big shit popping, little shit stopping. You know what I'm saying? So, we got the little podcast lounge set up at the new digs. Got the office chairs from Salvos. Okay, we got the bookcase from Salvos, pimping. We got this little coffee table from Salvos, pimping. And I got this fucking money plant from my boy Santo and his lovely wife. They come around. They bought me this money plant for the office, and it looks pimping. And it you rub the soil on your nipples, and you just start making bank. And do you know what? I've actually had 2 green days since he brought it in here on a Sunday. So, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, this is episode 20. I just wanted to do a quick little recap on a little bit of a just one of those things that kind of like keeps popping up, you know, that need to keep reminding yourself about where you are and how you're going, and you know, et cetera, et cetera. So, and it's to do with habits, it's to do with processes, and it's to do with consistency, right? So, over the first 2 weeks of March, I got myself to the point where I was at the lowest, the most I've been in drawdown since I started trading. So, nearly 2.5 years I've been trading full time, and it was the most I'd been in drawdown since I begun, by a long way. I think I was probably down like 10.5, I think, in the account, which was a long, like I think the lowest I'd been before was like maybe -5.5. So it's just a bit of a shock to the system, right? Thought I was kind of recovering on the Thursday when I had a decent day, and then Friday I kind of absolutely tanked, -3.8 or something on the Friday, and it was. You know, it was, look, I hate to use this word necessary, but it's like, I just keep needing these like little kicks in the head to remind myself of where I'm at. So I had to do a little bit of soul searching, conversation with my mentor. And on Sunday, I really tried to get back into that headspace of like processes, habits, structures, and intention. And you know, I made sure that when I woke up on Monday morning, that's what was in my head. Structure, process, intention. Structure, process, intention. Structure, process, intention. When I went to the market on Monday, I did my pre-morning routine, which I hadn't done for 2 weeks. So this is the thing I do. I kind of get a little bit lax because I've seen some success. And I think, you know, it's so counterintuitive, but I think that the things that like kind of got me to that place of success, I can now kind of get lax on because, you know, I'm larger than life now. I can kind of let that slide. But it's counterintuitive because without those structures, I don't have that success. So how can I then achieve that success and think that I can just get rid of them structures? It's like building a building, a 30-story building, looking up at it, marveling, and go, oh, that's great. We can now take away the first floor with all the foundation. You know, because we don't need that. Like we got the 29 other floors. We'll just take away the first one. Nah, whole building coming down. Boy. Ooh. You know, so yeah, it's very silly. It is a deficiency in my thinking that allows me to do that. I know that. I recognize that. I don't know how to stop it as of yet. I am working on trying to stop it, but I was talking to a friend today, an incredibly talented trader, also somewhat of a mentor type, and I said to him, is this normal? And he said, kind of yes and no, but you need to put things in place to ensure that you don't allow yourself to get back to that place. You don't allow the lack of structure to come back in. You need stops, you need checks and balances in place. So that's what I need to start doing. I need to make sure that I'm putting those things in place. I need to go do some exploring and some investigating. Because look, as soon as I put them in place, it's not about like making money, because I made money again the last 2 days. I've traded reasonably well considering the opportunity set, right? I've been happy. That's the main thing. I've been happy, been content with my execution the last 2 days. But the thing that's most important for me is I left the market, I left my trading desk feeling like a professional. And that's what I'm trying to get to. That's what I'm trying to achieve. I want to leave the desk feeling like a professional. I want to leave the desk feeling like I achieved some shit. And for the last 2 weeks, I get lax, I kind of, obviously there's some green days in there, but there is way too much sloppiness. And what I like to think of it, so today, the thing that is a really key indicator for me that I'm actually trading well is when I'm scratching trades, when I'm breaking even on the trade, mine obviously before the comms. But and why I say that is because when I'm trading poorly, you'll see 8 green and 8 red, right? It'll be like I'll have traded 16 names or something in a day, and you'll see 8 green, 8 red, right? I'll still be green for the day, but you'll see a lot of like I'm firing a lot of bullets. And the fact that there's no like scratches there, there's no break-even trades there, means that the winners, I'm obviously holding and I'm taking them out for a win. But when it doesn't go, when it goes against me, I'm not hitting out for scratch. I'm holding onto it and hoping that it's going to return, right? I'm hoping that it's going to rebid or kind of like, go higher. So when I'm actually scratching trades, it means that I'm not trying to take on that risk and hoping that it goes higher or lower, whichever way I'm trading it. I'm not hoping that it's going to happen. If it doesn't work, I'm out. Bang. No questions asked. Bang. No questions asked, And that's the way I trade. Like that's my skill set. That's my edge. It's scalping. It's like, if this doesn't work, get the fuck out. Don't ask any questions. Don't hang around. Don't start smoking a little bit of opium. Oh, shit, I hope this goes higher. Don't do none of that shit. Just take your medicine, out. 1 tick loss, 2 tick loss, whatever, or scratch, out. But what I do is, and when I know I'm trading bad, is I'm holding these things and I just start going, geez, I hope this bounces. Oh no, it's definitely going to retest this level. When you start thinking like that and you're not actually, look, there's a difference between like planning out a trade and going, and like actually structuring a trading plan and knowing like what levels you're willing to kind of like hold it to, like a resistance level or whatever. There's a difference between that and actually going in with a plan. And what I'm doing or was doing in the last 2 weeks, even some parts in February, especially in the first couple of weeks of February, there was a lot of that as well, like holding it and going, fuck, I hope it, come on. Bounce, come on. When you start fucking like trying to ride that thing to the close or whatever, probably shouldn't be in the trade, right? When you start like pleading to it, you probably shouldn't be in the trade, probably shouldn't be in the trade. It's like, kind of when I used to play poker, if I was if I was like praying for a card, like obviously you kind of want to see cards, but when you're like in a hand and you're like, say, calling out a position with like king high, hoping for a king to peel off because you're like down a couple of buy-ins, or you're like, you get it all in 4 ways with like a, fucking queen high flush draw and nothing else, hoping, that you river something. At least a hand. May not be the winning hand. You just start praying. Oh, please. That's when you know you're playing bad poker, right? You shouldn't be praying. You shouldn't be hoping. And I think the same is, if it goes for trading. You shouldn't be hoping. It should be like, nah, this is my plan. I'm out here. I'm in here. Da-da-da, da-da-da. And it should just be deliberate. Should be deliberate. Should be intentional. Should be focused. And it should be, there shouldn't be any ifs or buts about that kind of stuff. So yeah, I did notice that the last 2 days I've just been very, very, very clean with my. It's like if the book moves, I'm out, done. ALG was a perfect example yesterday. I short the match. I was waiting for the 80 to go off it, and then maybe slot them there, or try and hold for like a one more leg. But as soon as 80 went bid and the 81. Had a bit of volume started taken out of it. I was out. So fast. I didn't even see me trade it, So yeah, it just feels good to trade like that, to trade like a professional. It always feels good to execute, and to actually stick to your process, to stick to your plan. So yeah, the last 2 days I've done that, and I felt so much better. Like I leave the computer table just going, like I feel enlightened, and then everything I do for the rest of the day feels that much more intentional because, I've got up, I've done my morning prep, like my journaling and my reading and stuff like that. And then I've gone and done my trading prep, which is, gets me in tune with the market, gets me across like what's actually happening, the overnight lead, kind of what's potentially in play, what order books are like, kind of gets me feeling the market again. And, as weird as that sounds, yesterday when I did my morning prep for the first time in like maybe 2 or 3 weeks, I felt like I was in the market. I was feeling the market. I felt like I was kind of inside of the order book, and I felt like I was in tune with what was happening. For the last 3 weeks or whatever, it was just hope. I was just getting in. Oh, that looks good, I guess. Take it. Hope that it works. Doesn't work. Oh, well. There'll be another opportunity. Whatever. But I didn't do that today. I didn't do that yesterday. It feels a hell of a lot better. So, yeah, I'm not saying that the market is like absolutely crushing at the moment. I'm not saying that everything's turned around. In fact, I think it is still a bit tricky. I still don't think it's, there's a lot happening. So yeah, I'm not exactly expecting to start crushing it, but my goal for the end of this month, till the end of this month, is just to get back to square. That's another probably 7.5K away, but I know that if I don't do it, I will get really close because, now it's not negotiable. It's not negotiable to kind of rock up and half-ass it. So I've got to come to the market with intention, and I've got to action that intention. It's not good enough to just have an intention. I also then have to go and action that. So yeah, the last 2 days I've done that, and it's been nice. And then I've gone ahead and like worked on, these other things that I'm working on, my music, the Looters media business with my brother. Setting up this office. Yeah, it feels good to go and work on those other things, knowing that I've traded like a professional and carried myself like a professional. So yeah, I thought I'd just talk a little bit about that, a little bit about structures, a little bit about process, a little bit about habits, and trading with intention, but also just kind of tackling anything that you're doing with intention. The minute you say, I'm doing this because like let's just take reading as an example, right? And I was talking to Ruku about this the other day, my little bro. We're talking about reading and how, the minute you say to yourself, I'm a reader right now, and I'm reading because I want to absorb the knowledge in this book, right? If you just set that tone and you set that like understanding and intention, then you're going to read with so much more capacity, and you're going to just take so much more in that it's just really, it's just fucking apples or oranges. You know, the Lil Dicky song. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, it's just, they're two different ball games, right? One ball game, you're just fucking playing because, you know, why not? And the other ball game, you're actually in it and you're actually committed to whatever that thing is that you're doing. And, you know, personally, I think there is only one way to do it. It's this one. But, you know, with the way that we're kind of programmed and the way that we live our lives, there is a lot of like unintentionality, a lack of being present, you know, just being kind of like aloof and not really being in it. You know, there is a lot of that. So try to get yourself out of that, like, oh, I hope this is going to work. And get yourself more in the, I'm a reader right now. I'm an artist right now. I'm a musician right now. I'm a runner right now. I'm a fucking gym junkie right now. Whatever it is. Own it. Be intentional. And yeah, I think that's it for today. Anyway, guys, I'm going to fucking jet, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I've got other shit to do. And, I mean, even though I'm looking hell pimping on this couch, you know what I'm saying? I might go do some other shit. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in. Slap Happy, episode 20. The big 2-0. We made it. So cool. If you guys could go and subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on, you know, Apple Podcasts, drop a review, all of that good shit. It would be very, very much appreciated. But either way, I'll see you next week for Slap Happy. Bye.